energy. Don't you fuck with my 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 energy.
Hello guys, welcome to Three Hoodoo Sisters, and today we're going to be speaking about Donald Trump's month of March. So yeah, we're going to talk about March. I'm actually going to time this reading because I don't want to spend a whole hour talking about Donald Trump basically. So I took a break from Donald Trump because I was just getting tired of it. Like, the whole Donald Trump thing was really irritating the crap out of me. I just felt like I was on Donald Trump overload, and so we're going to read about the month of March. Now, I've already kind of sat with my spirits, so I kind of already have like a overview of what's going to happen. But hey, the cards always seem to come out with some type of random surprise that you're not always expecting. And I'm going to use my favorite and a rare find, the Ansata Tarot, which I am going to use, which I am absolutely obsessed with, to get a overall feeling of March. And then I'm going to use, I think this is the Druid deck, I don't know, and I think this is the, I don't know, the Robin Wood or something like that deck. I've been trying to find this deck for a while, and it was packed somewhere really weird. As you guys know, I did a reading on the stock market last August, and yeah guys, it happened. It happened when I said it would happen, sadly, and it's not going to get any better. And in 2019 we're going to watch the housing market start to slide. So I'm going to make a video on that. And I just want to say it's not going to be a good time for our country. So I hope that a lot of people, if you have the money, take advantage of purchasing a home. If you don't, then you know it is what it is. But it's not going to be as bad as the crash of 2010 or 2009. But we are going to enter into a recession in 2019, okay? And it's always hilarious because my dad always says that we always enter into a recession every time a Republican's in office. It's just automatically, everything just falls apart. So, but we have Omarosa, who is giving a lot of artificial sweetener teas on that show that I don't even know what it's called because I don't watch that stuff. I told you guys that she was about to get a lot of trash offers, and to me that show was a trashy show. So she took the best out of the trashiest offers. She probably got some from Playboy. But anyways, why don't we get an overall feel of what it's going to be like for us in March. In March. So what is the month of March going to feel like? Okay, with Donald Trump, what is Donald Trump's March going to be about in politics? Ha! The Fool. This was the actual card I got when I was sitting down and tapping into the energy. It was the actual card of the Fool. So go figure. Yeah, Guys, I'm going to tell you now, okay? The reign of Donald Trump has officially started, okay? This is a very upbeat card for Donald Trump. But the funny part is that it's not going, he's going to have to fight for his change that he wants. It's speaking in terms of a lot of battles, a lot of things of that sort. Something is also going to come up with in March about space or what is it called, like NASA. Something about NASA is going to come up, and something about us trying to go to a certain, it's a lot of spacey talks. For some reason it's going to be a big deal. Donald Trump is going, it's going to be a battle. If you want to see when the actual Democratic Party really puts up a fight, it's going to be the months of March and the months of April. They're going to win actually a few battles, but Donald Trump will still push through. So it's speaking in terms of, this is a time Spirit is also saying that Donald Trump is trying to learn how to negotiate better. So I think he's finally seeing what held back Obama on having a lot of laws passed. Now he's starting to feel what Obama is feeling, even though, you know, pretty much all three branches of government, we already know who's kind of running it, but he's gonna finally feel, okay, he's gonna learn that negotiating is starting to become more important. Like, if he wants to go further in this presidency, to him it's a start of a new year. I don't know if March is the start of a new fiscal year for the government. I'm not exactly sure, but I know March for him is going to be, he's gonna bring a lot of old stuff out too. He's gonna bring out all his plans. If y'all want to know his plans for the country, we already kind of know, but everything is gonna be laid out on the actual table in March. So all I can say is hold your wigs, hold your pearls, girl, hold your corns on your feet, because it's gonna be a very interesting ride, because Donald Trump has a lot of changes coming. And also, I'm about to ask, what are his challenges? What are his challenge? What will be his challenges? Temperance, balance, finding balance. Not only balance, y'all, but trying to figure out, Donald is learning this year that he faces a lot of obstacles, and that just because one party is more dominant than the other does not mean that he can necessarily have his way. It's also speaking in terms of two parties having to figure out how to balance each other off. One positive thing I will say is I think the Republicans are starting to kind of see that things aren't, they just can't rail their way in. There's gonna have to be some type of truce, or in certain things. In certain things, there's this I don't give a fuck energy. What y'all think? We're going through it. But then there's a lot of things where, I hate to say it, even though Donald Trump has a 7 out of 10 energy, where 7 out of the 10 things he wants is going to pass. So you are in the era of Trump. Just like when you entered into the era of Bush or Reagan, we are entering into the actual, his laws, how his laws are going to affect us. I always heard it was a year after the presidency, really after somebody is elected, and that's actually right, because yeah, it's a lot of sneaky behind the scenes, you know, still sneaky, still not very trusting. You know, our government is really one that has been split in half, but like a Siamese, still having to learn to work together. And I think that's one of the things that we're not understanding as people here in the United States. You know, if our government is struggling just to meet a middle ground, then imagine what the country is actually facing as a people. So guys, it's really coming up as Donald having to learn balance. I knew I was like, y'all already told you, he's having to learn how to meet in the middle ground but still get his way. So March is that type of month. It's going to be a lot of back and forth. I do feel some victories for the Democratic Party. They don't win the war, but they win certain battles. So for some reason, there's an energy of, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. It's that type of energy. So they're moving into becoming much more aggressive with the Republican Party. Much more aggressive than we've seen them. Actually, believe it or not, much more. And also, don't forget that the 2018 elections are coming up. So the Democrats are going to be showing a lot of their asses in the next few months. So that is one positive thing Spirit did tell me. But overall, 7 out of 10, Donald Trump is gonna get his way. I'm just telling you guys now. So don't be mad at the messenger. Be mad at the people who went out there and pretty much put in some fucked up votes. Okay, so why don't we go into the actual month? So we know the overall feel of it. We know the overall feel of it. Why don't we go and see what's gonna happen? I'm going to read a little bit differently than I normally do. So what I'm about to do is throw down cards and just freestyle the shit out of it. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and so y'all, if you gotta, let me work it. And okay, Donald Trump's month of March. I cannot shuffle, y'all. I can read the cards to filth, but I can't shuffle. Donald Trump. Donald Trump, month of March. 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Spirit is like the Democratic Party is gonna show their ass out in March. They're going to be so aggressive that I don't think the Republican Party has some stuff. I mean, the Democratic Party for once actually has some stuff up their sleeve that they're going to use. They've been waiting for it very last minute, and they're going to use the hell out of it. And I think that's gonna open up Republicans' eyes that this just can't go your way. They're setting up a battleground, y'all. It's the actual first time I felt a really, nah, fuck y'all. Like we tired, you know what I'm saying? It's that type of energy. It really is. Donald Trump is finally starting to realize the weaknesses. He's starting to see the weakness in his plans. He's starting to see where things are not going. He's finally entering into an era of reason. He's finally starting to see, you know what? If I want this to work out, we're gonna have to do things in a certain order and in a certain way. He's also seeing that time is not on his side, so he's gonna have to hurry up and start a lot of projects now. So we're going to see a lot of things really start up, like enforcements. What the hell? Y'all, I got scared. I thought a plane was literally about to crash into my living room, y'all. Like, y'all was about to see it live, you know what I'm saying? That scared the shit out of me. So I gotta get back into the flow. But guys, so but also this is speaking a lot about national security, y'all. Something is coming up with national security that he's really going to try to, I almost feel, put together or try to make stronger. He's also feeling very vulnerable. Something about the month of March makes him feel, not that he's not protected, but he's starting to, he's about to put on his gloves and get to work. So he's really about to, Spirit is saying around summertime, we're about to see where a lot of the changes really come in. Right now, it's the talks of the changes, but summertime, especially when it comes to a lot of matters dealing with immigration, we're about to see his true colors when it really sets in. So, yeah. He's also going to talk, he's also about to talk about, for some reason we're going to talk about, it's a mixture of things. Y'all, I'm just going to tell you now, he's planning on cutting on the educational system. And what's really messed up, and people think when I laugh, I think something is funny. It's not funny. Like, everyone has their own, like, ways. I laugh over anything. It's not because it's funny, but it's the, like, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic, you know? But he's about to make it even worse. And it's sad because people who live within the poorer and the more royal, like, middle America, who is heavily Trump, who voted for Donald Trump, huge cutbacks coming. You thought it was bad, it's about to get worse. He's cutting even more into the educational system, and it's funny because he's gonna start bringing up, like, it's weird, but like homeschooling and charter schools or something. Like, it almost feels like he's trying to shrink down the public school system and make kids attend private. It's weird. It's like he's going to want, one downfall of Donald Trump is I don't think he really understands that some people are really just dirt poor. I don't think he gets it. I don't think he will ever be able to fully comprehend what it's like to not have, because he's always had, so he doesn't understand. So he doesn't understand that some of these cutbacks are not helping anyone. It's not going to motivate anyone to do any better. Or this is a scary part, because I'm one of those people like Whitney Houston. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Like, and we all know that Betsy DeVoe, her pinhead shaped ass, she's going to be involved in this, and it's sad because I just see major cutbacks in places that really can't afford any more cutbacks. Talks of China, talks of China and agriculture. I said this in the last reading, y'all. We're about to start getting more food from China. He's gonna start bringing it up. I think we made some type of major agreement with them, because I remember I had said this way before it happened, that Donald Trump was gonna go somewhere in Asia and talk business. Like, I think he made some type of deal. I see China clearing a lot of land to start selling us more fruits and vegetables. And I'm just telling y'all, like, right now, the food is going to be cheaper. Like, it is. But at what cost? Like, but I see China actually clearing out land, or some country in Asia. If it's not China, it's some country in Asia. A lot of lands being, I'm like burping and all types of stuff. I'm sorry. A lot of lands clearing up to build food and to build those type of things. Yeah, guys, I don't want to eat too many things from China, because they tend to like to go around regulations and just kind of do their own thing. So we'll hear a lot about that. And I know some of you guys, just so you know, you're reading them upwards. I'm reading them from here, you're reading it from here, but from me it's from here. Just so for fellow tarot card readers who are getting a completely different interpretation, just understand that I also read intuitively. So it's not just what the actual cards are saying. I'm going to make a video. There's a big difference between a natural born tarot reader and somebody who just learned how to read tarot. It's a different type of reading, okay? When I take on students to learn tarot, I see where their strengths are and where it's not. So if you're not strong in tarot, I try to develop your actual intuition. So tarot is just my natural gift. So it's not something for people who are like, no, I'm reading it and it's saying this. But yeah, I don't know what this is trying to tell me yet. I know I have an idea, but let me go through here and then see. Oh y'all, ooh, y'all right here, y'all, this, something about Donald Trump trying to cut back the educational system is going to give him hell for the rest of his term. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Him trying to cut back on the educational system is going to give him Freddy Krueger, you know, Elm Street 1-2 Freddy's coming for you type of tease, type of dreams and shit, because they're going in on him over that really, really bad. It's gonna cause a lot of stress, like a lot of stress, not just to people who work within the actual educational system, but parents, you know, like having to worry about more and more things. Also, Donald Trump is actually about to add more testing. like Donald Trump is crazy. Donald Trump most definitely should stay away from the educational system, because I don't think he understands it at all, because he's about to add like all of these tests that all of these kids have to like take. It's gonna be like crazy. It's like, it's not helping. Spirit is like, it's not helping anyone. Like in the long run, it's not helping the actual future of the educational system. The Democratic Party ain't here for bringing food from China. They're going to fight that tooth and nail. They don't believe that certain foods should be brought here from China. So that's a huge battleground. They're going to bring up a lot of stuff about, but what about our farmers who are here, who are losing land from droughts and things of that sort? Weren't you saying that we need to worry about our country? So why are you doing all of this, like bringing this huge market to China? But what the Democratic Party knows, but they ain't gonna spill that Omarosa sour tea on y'all asses, is that Donald Trump already signed a deal with whoever this Asian country is. So it's already done. Y'all, I think the Democratic Party is really going to fight for there to be some type of label and stuff that says made in China. I think Walmart's about to jump on it. I think a lot of people who know damn well that they shouldn't be selling food, all this. Some people are about to say, but we already eat food from China. Bitch, I already know that. Well, what I'm speaking in terms of is that it's going to be 3 times more than we're used to. So I will most definitely be at Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, y'all, because I ain't fucking with too much stuff from China. Just being honest. Okay, so we move on. This is... something, it's funny, here and here here and here are coordinating to me spiritually. Spirit is trying to tell me something here. So these don't exist here. Y'all see, I'm rolling with the bro. This is telling a story, guys. This is because I was like, this is connected to something else. Ooh, y'all. The Democrats, you know what, y'all? The Democrats are playing with a little something, something. They playing with a little something, something, y'all. They got something that they're going to expose some type of greed. They're going to expose it either in March or in April. And right here is where like the tea is too hot, bitch, okay? Because it's gonna cause Donald Trump having to retract something. That's a prominent victory for the Democratic Party. Shit, I want to know, what is this tea on? What is the Democratic Party about to expose? What type of tea? I want to know. Let me see. Let me grab this card right here, bitch. Wow. It's a weakness within the actual Republican Party, y'all. It's some type of weakness, y'all. They about to work it, honey. They are not playing with Donald Trump. Not anymore. It's like, we're not, no. Ooh, y'all. You know what's crazy? I think this is that FBI stuff. I think they're about to bring up some more charges, y'all. I think some stuff is actually about to get stuck to Donald Trump. Y'all, call your mamas, call your aunties, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your pet poodle and your porn collection, because I think Donald Trump is actually about to get some accusations, some serious like charges from the FBI or whoever has been doing the investigation. So I think Donald Trump is going to have to stand trial. This does not feel like impeachment. This feels like some other things dealing with Russia, y'all. This is interesting. Okay, bitch, come through. I want to see, y'all, they are going in. So we're gonna hear it. It almost feels like I'm reading into April, like late March going into April. So we may not really see that until April. I want to know about the porn star. Like, I want to know about Miss My Neck, My Back, Lick, Donald Trump was all up in my ass crack. So I want to know what Stormy, not Kylie Jenner's baby, honey, but Stormy, the actual porn star. Like, I want to know what's going to happen with all that trashy Sun magazine trash article, you know, sleeping with hookers type of shit is about to go on. So as the Omarosa turns, and on that show, whatever it's called, I even think Keisha and Knight Pullman was involved in that stuff too. So why don't we see if he screwed the Stormy? Did Donald Trump, who was a married man, receive sexual favors from Stormy, the porn star? Did they get down with the get down? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Remember, what's done in the dark shall become glow in the dark, okay? It's gonna eventually come out, because all of these hoes is thirsty for attention during the time of social media. Let's just go. Oh, y'all, she want her coins. She wants more money. She's just doing it for like money. That really, I'm going to tell y'all something though. She's not telling the whole truth though. Like, she's not telling it exactly how it went down. She's not being 100% honest. There is some type of shade there. Donald Trump is not happy about this at all. So obviously his wife has stuck her 4-inch Milano blankets, whatever it's called, you know, up his orange ass, because this was actually more devastating to him than y'all actually think. But it's about money. I think there's more to the story. Okay, he reportedly paid her off, but I think he's been paying her a little bit more. There's more to this story. I think he's been sending her payments, and I think he stopped paying, or he missed the payment or something. To her, it's about money. Okay, y'all, she'll screw a squirrel and tell y'all she don't care. But for him, it's like he missed the payment or something, or he didn't pay something. It's like she wanted more hush money. For some reason, this is going to some type of trial or some type of court. Yeah, fighting over money. Confusion. Look, y'all. Confusion over money. She wanted more, y'all. She wasn't trying to stay. Look, she got the energy of, look, I'll screw anything, okay? It's got that type of energy, and bitch better have my money type of energy. You know, if you wanted me to stay quiet, you should have paid up. That's the type of energy it simply has. It has no other type of energy. She don't even care. It's like, whatever, I just want my money. Like, that's just all it is. And for some reason, it looks like it may go in front of the ethics committee. Something is going to happen. I don't know. It's not even, but it's not even a big deal. I don't see Donald Trump suffering from anything. I just see him, it's more so of a personal issue between him and his wife. Rich women know that their husbands cheat, and they really, as long as they can hug their like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Ferragamo and, you know, all their luxurious lifestyles, they don't really care. It's the exposure that pisses them off. Y'all think Cardi B really cares that, you know, Offset cheats? No. It's just the fact that y'all keep finding out, and it's making her look stupid. That's just all it is. But y'all, why don't we go into how he feels about Omarosa? Oh, you know what? No, screw that. I want to talk about what's going on in, look, I got cards all mixed up in the place. I want to know what's going on in the month of March with international politics. International politics. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. It just feels very messy. This sounds crazy, but I think a lot of countries are going to start trying to invade other countries. It's weird because for some reason I feel this energy of, bitch, fuck your lawn. I'm about to walk over it and tell you what you need to do. It has an energy of people, you know, other countries getting involved in other countries' businesses that have no, I don't know what the United Nations is going to do, because there is some territorial issues coming up of things being invaded more than what it's gonna start coming out. It's like, as America is going through its own problems, it's like Europe and some of these Middle East, it feels very Middle Eastern. It's like people invading each other. It's kind of crazy. One thing Spirit talked about was Europe building strength. Europe is actually trying to, Europe has some huge plans, y'all. Like, Europe, seeing how America is really technically falling apart, because spiritually it is, more so because of the people not being able to work together. Europe has some serious plans. We're also going to hear a lot about European countries coming together even more heavily. We're going to hear about more infrastructures being built for the prosperity of the European like nations. I know that's the whole point of it, so I'm not stupid, but they're really about to work towards that, and also finding more peace within their actual country. So Europe is about to start making some serious moves. I think there is going to come a time where the euro or whatever European dollars is going to completely surpass the US dollar. If we don't get it, I'm hearing 7 years. If we don't get it together in 7 years, the euro is going to be the bomb and we'll never regret. We're going to be looking stupid, okay? Because they got plans to surpass the shit out of us. So why don't we come over here? Europe wants peace. For some reason, Europe is really coming up. They're about to start a huge purge. We're gonna hear about it around May, June. A huge purge, y'all. Like, remember I said in my last reading, the one with like DACA? Europe is not playing. Like, anyone who they find to be socially, I'm trying to find a nice way to say it, like how Donald Trump said shithole. It's like if they feel you're from a shithole country and they're doing it for peace of their country for whatever reason, it's coming up more so as these people cause problems in our country type of energy. Like, we don't really want them here, and they're about to start trying to figure it out. It's still a struggle and it's not going to happen overnight, but they're tired of a lot of stuff. But hey, that's what happens when you go to all these third world countries and you try to colonize them, and then you destroy them, and then you leave, and then you leave your residue of shit in so many of these colonized countries. Where are they going to go? Where you colonizers, where their ancestors went and ravaged and raped and pillaged and then said, okay, bye y'all, we're going back to like Europe, stay in your impoverished shithole countries, and we'll see y'all later. They're gonna come to your country. They're coming to your country, okay? You who taught them how to speak French and German and Dutch and and Spanish, they're coming to your country. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to figure it out. Growth. That's all I see. Growth, but not in a very positive way. Like, we gonna do what we need to do to stay where we need to stay. And for some reason, I know it sounds crazy, they've almost flushed Donald Trump down the fucking toilet. It's like they're not trying to fuck with him because they just don't see him as being somebody who they can like work with. Also, a lot of European countries have problems with China and certain Asian countries, and they're seeing that as a slap to the face. You doing all of this business with the Asians, but you ain't trying to come to like Europe, and especially in some of these, you know, shithole, you know, Eastern European countries. You ain't trying to help them out. It's a lot of like bitterness, and they ain't fucking with us, y'all. If we go into World War III, which yes, Korea is still an issue. It's still that dark cloud that is still over us. We almost went to war in October, but like how I said we would almost go to war. So guys, they ain't fucking with us. They don't give a fuck about us. They ain't trying to sit at your table, bitch. They ain't trying to eat off your plate. You're not invited to the barbecue, baby shower, and wedding. Fuck you. Stay on your side, and we will stay on our side and enforce our laws. And don't you dare come and tell me how to treat my children. It's that type of energy. So, and I think Donald Trump is cool with it. He's like, do you, as long as it doesn't affect us, and y'all stay over there, and I'm gonna stay over here. It's kind of sad because, hate to say it, we're all interconnected, and we don't see that. And for a man who has a very high taste for immigrant pussy, it's very interesting to me that he's not trying to work alongside Europe. It's just a very, there was a time in the United States where it was big on we're only worried about here in the United States. I don't know what president it was, but it was like, we only care. And now it's being turned into patriotism, which is really just another word for, hey, I'm racist. Like, that's pretty much all it is. Like, I want America to go back to when we terrorized people of color and highly discriminated against Jews, and, you know, there were no mosques around the like corner. That type of crazy generational oppression towards, you know, people of color and people who don't look like you, it's really in a sad place, because everyone here came from someone else. What I don't like about this anti-immigrant rant is simply it's hiding. It's a thinly veiled version of, it's okay if you're a European immigrant, but if you're from Africa or from somewhere in South America or Central America, you are not an American. That is a very thinly veiled form of prejudice. You see what I'm saying? So if they look Hispanic, I can stop them. Even though we took over Mexico's territory, like a lot of territories that were once Mexico, and a lot of these people have been on this land forever. Why? Because many of them are indigenous Indian. But anyways, y'all, I'm done spreading my knowledge, sweetie. I went to college, I went to private school, I ain't no damn fool. I see what's going on. Thinly veiled. You got hoes with Italian last names, Greek last names, talking shit about immigrants. Bitches, you for real? Is you for real? But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching Three Hoodoo Sisters. I'm done ranting, and let me go and pour me a nice Stella Rosa Black and chill the fuck out for the rest of the night. I'll see y'all tarot hoes later. Bye. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching Three Hoodoo Sisters. Please make sure to follow us on Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, www.3hoodoosisters.com, Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share.